If you keep ending up with avoidant partners, people who pull away when things get close, who shut down when emotions appear, who disappear when you need reassurance, you might start to wonder, why do I always fall for people who can't show up? Why do I get attached to those who distance themselves? Why does this pattern feel so familiar and so hard to break? This isn't bad luck. It isn't weakness. And it isn't a character flaw. There is a psychological reason why some of us are drawn, again and again, to partners who avoid closeness. And today, we'll explore the deeper truth behind this pattern so you can understand it with clarity, not shame. Let's take this slowly. At the start, avoidant partners are often calm, independent, confident, easygoing, low pressure, emotionally steady. And if you're someone with anxious tendencies, this can feel grounding, even soothing. Avoidant people rarely rush. They give you space. They don't overwhelm you with intensity. And this can create an early sense of safety. But this safety is not emotional closeness. It's emotional distance disguised as maturity. You're not falling for their true emotional availability. You're falling for their stability, a stability you may have longed for your entire life. Attachment is not logical, it's biological. Anxious and avoidant attachment styles fit together like a puzzle. Anxious partners chase connection. Avoidant partners withdraw from it. The more you reach, the more they retreat. The more they retreat, the more intense your longing becomes. This cycle activates your nervous system so deeply that the relationship feels like chemistry, but it's actually your anxiety attaching to their avoidance. Your body is not responding to love. Your body is responding to inconsistency, and inconsistency feels like home when you grew up with it. If your early caregivers were unpredictable, emotionally inconsistent, warm one moment, distant the next, present physically but absent emotionally, loving but unavailable, distracted, stressed, or overwhelmed, then your nervous system learned this pattern. Love comes and goes. Connection is fragile. I need to work for closeness. Avoidant partners unconsciously recreate this familiar blueprint. Their distance feels like a challenge your younger self once had to solve. Their silence feels like the silence you learned to interpret growing up. Their emotional coldness wakes up the version of you who spent childhood trying to earn warmth. You're not choosing avoidant partners. Your past is. Avoidant partners often give just enough. A small moment of vulnerability, a sudden burst of affection, a rare compliment, a night of closeness, a hint of emotional intimacy. This intermittent warmth becomes highly addictive. You start to believe, if I just do the right thing, the closeness will come back. If I'm patient enough, they'll finally let me in. If I love them enough, they'll feel safe with me. But this is the trap. You're bonded to the potential, not the reality. You're in love with the version of them that appears for brief moments, not the version who consistently withdraws. This is not love. This is hope mixed with anxiety. Avoidant partners don't just trigger longing. They trigger old emotional wounds, fear of abandonment, fear of being too much, fear of asking for needs, fear of scaring someone away, fear of being unworthy of consistency, fear of being left again. These wounds were formed long before this relationship. The avoidant partner is not the source of the pain. They're the mirror. A mirror that reflects back what you once learned. Love disappears if I get too close. My needs are a threat to connection. I must earn affection. Avoidant people activate the unfinished emotional business of your past. You don't break this cycle by choosing differently once. You break it by healing the part of you that is magnetized by emotional distance. Here are gentle ways to begin. 1. Learn what true emotional availability looks like. Not intensity, not anxiety, not chasing. Availability looks like consistent communication, emotional presence, repair after conflict, reciprocity, reliability, safety, not spikes of connection. Your nervous system needs new experiences of safe closeness. 2. Notice your body's response, not just your feelings. Ask yourself, do I feel calm or activated? Do I feel seen or uncertain? Is this connection nourishing or draining? Fast attachment often happens in the body, not the mind. 3. Reframe distance. It's not mystery, it's avoidance. Avoidant behavior is often mistaken for depth, independence, emotional maturity, mystery, introversion. But distance is not depth. Silence is not stability. Withdrawal is not emotional strength. Your brain needs time to reinterpret these signals. 4. Practice choosing slow, steady connection. Instead of chasing intensity, look for consistency, emotional presence, clarity, small, reliable intimacy, conversations that feel safe, someone who doesn't punish you for needing closeness. Your nervous system might resist at first because safety feels unfamiliar. But unfamiliar doesn't mean wrong. You don't fall for avoidant partners because you're broken. You fall for them because they reflect a pattern your heart learned long before adulthood. But you can outgrow that pattern. You can retrain your nervous system to choose people who meet you where you are. Consistently, calmly, fully. You deserve a love that stays, not a love you have to chase. If this video helped you understand yourself more clearly, you're welcome to stay for more calm psychology. Take care of yourself, gently,